Welcome to Personal Mastery. Hi, I'm Dr. Jeffrey Magee. Today, on this masterclass, the idea is interviewing for a job. Let's talk about this from a couple of perspectives. Number one, think about what you do right now. If you were to step out of what you do and you were to come in and apply for that job, what would be the questions that they should ask you based upon what you know as you stepped away to find the most viable candidate for that position? What are the questions that they might ask you that you're going to think elementary, redundant, this was stupid? You're playing dumb. Ask me a real question. Or what are the questions that they may not ask that you would be ready for? So the first way I like you to look at this interviewing element is for all of us just to hit pause and say, what if we were to re-interview for our life? What if we had to re-interview for our job? How would we go about making the case to either A, hire yourself if you're the only person in the company, and a lot of you watching this are, or for that business to want to hire you? So one, how would you interview for the job today? Because here's the asterisk on that. A lot of businesses I work with have phenomenal people on their team. And someone leaves for whatever reason, doesn't matter. They then go to the marketplace and say, okay, I need to hire someone for this new job. And they actually go to the marketplace and find someone who is significantly better than what they had. See, sometimes you think you have the whole market cornered, but maybe not true. So that's one element. Now let's flip the script. What about interviewing for a job? If you are interviewing someone, you should really think about this. Now, I know that there's also this thing called the federal government, which does a really good job for most businesses of certain size. They make it illegal to ask all the questions you should ask because a lot of times we, in essence, stunningly interview now, but we elect people to a job that you would never hire them to work in your company. So why do they create these laws? So you want to interview smartly. So ask people simple questions. If I interview you and I don't hire you, what is it that I'm going to regret in not having hired you? There's an interview question. Interview question. Before you're done today, what's the one question I did not ask you today that I should ask you that we need to talk about? Interview questions. Interview questions. If I were to hire you, let me just ask you straight out, why should I hire you for this job? Hopefully you've given them a copy of the job description at some level ahead of time. So job description is composed of tasks, duties, and responsibilities. And to do any of these tasks, duties, and responsibilities, one must possess knowledge, skills. So if you're going to take care of these tasks, what knowledge do you have to do these tasks? You can go down the job description. That's a great way to interview people. It blows my mind most people never interview off the job description. Or bring the performance document. Put that on the table. If I hire you, this is the performance review form our company uses at the end of the year or once a quarter or etc. Let's walk through the performance review. Question number one I'm going to score you on is attendance. See, you can even make it kind of fun and laughter. Attendance. You have any problem in essence showing up for work? Again, that's one of the things you're going to score them on. So if you're going to interview someone to work in your company, ask real questions. If I interview for this position, what's the next position you're looking for in this company? Where do you want to grow to in my business? Interview questions. Listen to what they say. If their answers are short-term focused, they don't really give a crap about your business. They just want a job because they need a paycheck. Or do they answer the questions in long-term perspective? That tells you they're thinking about this not as a job, but as a profession, as a position, as where they want to be for as long as they can be. There's so much we could talk about in terms of interviewing for a job. Recently, I wrote a book with a friend of mine, a colleague of mine, a retired colonel from the United States Army, who in essence was an executive with the Disney Corporation and has lots of businesses on the side he's a part of. And we wrote this book on transition for military, whether you're in the military for 2 years or 30 years. How do you transition from the military to a phenomenal private sector job? And we talk about interviewing questions. We talk about how to do research. We talked about how to, in essence, gain data on what's in the marketplace, how to position yourself, how to network so that when you do retire or you do exit and not re-enlist, you have massive job opportunities already for you. Interviewing. This last personal nugget is powerful. Think about if you were re-interviewing for your job, how would you answer the questions they would ask? And if you're interviewing someone for a job, get off the script and start asking real questions, better questions. Find out who that person is that you're about to give them an opportunity to come into your culture, your ecosystem, your business. You don't want them to crater it. You better make sure you're hiring a rock star. Interview for success. You'll have success.